Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Designer Studio episode here on Brickmania TV. Today we're taking a look at the Humvee Special Ops Edition designed by Dan Siskin. Comes with two figures, and then we also have the minifigure of the month, which Landon will be in to talk about a little bit later. But let's focus on this Humvee for now, because not only do we have some awesome printing that I haven't seen before, but how many brick arms are on this thing? 5?
Yeah. So everybody but the driver gets their own weapon station.
Yeah.
This is all real. So if you go to the AM General and you can search for the Special Ops Spec Ops Humvee, there's a brochure you can download from the AM General website. So I was like, hey, that looks pretty cool. I'm actually gonna deck it out like they have. There's an action shot in the brochure.
Right. Once you see it, you'll understand why Dan saw it and went, yeah, I'm gonna build that.
Yeah. So there's at every station, it's a 4-passenger vehicle. The driver does not get one. Plus you have the turret on top, and then they have this sort of open back here. It's like a pickup style, the way that they have it configured. And this, I should add, this is pretty much it's an up armored, heavy duty Humvee, and it's kind of a modular construction. So you can buy all these accessories from AM General. So if you're equipping your Spec Ops team, you could actually equip it to the mission you're on and how many guys you need to have in it, blah, blah, blah.
So highly modular for whatever purpose you need.
And I was looking at all the accessories, and I decided, hey, we're going to include all the gun mounts, because these gun mounts, they just fit on each door. One in the back here. They have a cargo box that you could have, and then there's also another version that has it's like jerry cans in the back.
Sure.
They have all these other things. There's a rack with jerry cans. I figured I'd go with the cargo boxes. It would be nice to include that brick arms.
Yeah, and the tan matches perfectly. It looks great.
Yeah. It's cool. You can store all your excess gear in there. Of course, you can take it off and fill it up with fuel cans and stuff too. So, printing, you do, as you mentioned, you do get nice printing. We did print this sort of cover for the grill on here, or the radiators under there. And then we have the running boards that have this sort of expanded metal look to them. One thing I did do that I've never done in the previous Humvees is I actually put the radiator under the.
Oh, cool!
So they do have the Humvee has a central mounted motor. The motor's in between the crew inside, so they can keep that wide stance. And they have the radiator mounted up front. So I decided to actually put it in there since it does open up. There are, of course, as you mentioned, all the brick arms. It comes with 4 brick arms, M240B. That's the rifle version, the M240 machine gun, and of course, it's Mod Deuce on top, M2HB. And I brought back the Starlight scope.
It's so cool.
We used to have that. It used to be a standalone kit a long time ago, and we discontinued it. I was like, hey, it was just sitting around the office. I have to stick that on the.
It looks great.
On the Humvee. So it's in there. The hatch does close. I should point out, see, the turret does everything it should. There's a little platform for the guy to sit in there, or stand in there actually. And if you take the top off, take the turret off, you do have super easy access to the interior, so you can put your 4 guys in there. While the figures for this do not come with the brick arms vests, those figures will fit in here.
Oh,
so
cool.
it's designed specifically to function with the brick arms plate carriers and things like that.
Sure.
So, because it does make your figure a lot bulkier, but the Humvee, a few years ago, I redesigned my model of it to accommodate all those brick arms plate carriers.
Sure. Well, that's really, really cool. So not only can you fit your crew of printed figures in there, but if you want to load them up and really add that bulk, you can do that too.
No problem whatsoever. It's perfectly designed for that. So if you want to use some of your old previous figures that maybe aren't printed all over, you can do that. Or else maybe some of those tactical vests that we actually printed up. So.
Well, and we were talking beforehand too. So that printing on the windshield is brand new as well, right? Yeah, straight down the middle there.
Right. I totally forgot about that. It is kind of a new innovation. Years ago, when I rotated the windows from sideways to upright for strength, we lost that seam down the middle.
Right.
And
which is kind of iconic.
Right. It is part of the trademark signature of the Humvee brand. And I have it back, and they were able to print on there. So we have some new printers, and we were able to use the technology that we have to the fullest, and we're gonna keep continuing to push the limits on printing, as you'll see with the stuff that Lando has done with the figures too.
Yeah, which is really, really awesome. Okay, cool. So is that everything you want to cover for this bad boy?
I think so. I mean, you can
spare
take
tire in the back.
Yeah, there is a spare tire. If you wanted to, you could pull off the box on the back. It is. If you have one of the other Humvees, you'll know how to make the bumper, the tailgate that goes on the back there. Of course, you can take this platform off and run it without the crate on it as well.
Sure.
You have your guy standing on the back bumper, and
you're ready
go into battle with all guns blazing. And I should point out that these doors do open. Of of course.
You don't have to go through the roof.
Right. The doors do open, which of course they should on every vehicle.
All right, so now let's kick it over to Landon because this kit comes with 2 awesome figures, and then we also have a minifigure of the month that goes with it. So we'll turn it over to him.
Cool. Been very excited to make this. This is the debut of Brickmania's interpretation, I guess, of AOR1 camouflage.
Oh, cool.
So that's a camouflage pattern used extensively by Navy SEALs in kind of an arid environment. Pixelated digital camo, very similar to Marpat, but this is kind of the Navy's take on it. So we have 3 figures, so 2 in the kit, and then the standalone minifigure of the month. They're all wearing similar gear, and there's sort of configurations of camouflage patterns. So you would see them wearing this AOR1 camo along with Marpat camo as well, because Marpat's pretty easy to get a hold of. It's civilian purchase, so you'd see them kind of mixing and matching gear. AOR1 wasn't as easy to get a hold of for some of the gear, so you'd see them kind of just whatever they can get their hands on, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
On this guy we have the custom printed, 3D printed fast helmet, which is really awesome with this simulated spray paint. It's like laundry bag camouflage. They put their laundry bag on top and spray paint to get that sort of snakeskin look. You'll see that on the weapons as well. On the perfect caliber SOP mod over here, I have a similar effect going on. Anyways, back to this guy. We have this helmet harness going all the way around the head, just for that extra level of detail. That harness on the back, there's kind of this floating plate that there's a crank on the back that you can actually like cinch this helmet down onto your head pretty well. So these are like originally like rock climbing helmets, so these aren't going anywhere. That's kind of where the design was based off of.
The head looks really cool though. I mean, obviously the helmet complements it, but just that printing on there is really sharp.
Yeah. So ballistic goggles, and then you have a little bit of a microphone thing going on. That just sort of interfaces with this helmet perfectly.
Sure.
So uniform wise, plate carrier, and we got those combat pants along with the personal retention lanyard, brand new artwork for that. That's just so they can kind of clip onto a vehicle and hang out the door, or if they're in something that's in the air, they don't fall out,
Oh, sure.
So a little lanyard that it's got a quick release on it, so you can click on and quick release off. They all have that. This guy, we got a grizzly beard going on there, baseball cap. Sometimes you just see them wearing baseball caps. They're out in the field.
They can wear what they want.
Especially it seems Navy SEALs, they really have some interesting interpretations of uniforms, so they can do whatever they want. It sort of seems like I've seen guys wearing Crocs.
I love Crocs.
I'm gonna quote you on that.
You can.
Official sponsor of Crocs, Dylan Zeck. Very cool. What else is on this guy? This guy has a combat knife and a sort of a push-to-talk system next to that as well. And yeah, it's these guys are obviously a cool team. They would look really great together. So pick up this kit if you can. Are they in stock right now?
No.
Not in stock right now.
But we'll have them back. They'll be returned.
Back. For sure, pick up this minifigure of the month. And yeah, that's the figures that go with this kit.
Very, very cool. So that is the designer studio for the Humvee Special Ops Edition. Make sure to check that out on brickmania.com. We'll have them in stock regularly. Thanks for watching.